yard signs.
Hey, nice signs.
Yes, this is my home. My name's George Momirov, in case you don't know me. And I want to say that I am and will be a candidate this May for the Central Committee member for Upper Arlington UA2. Yeah, I admit to being a political junkie, and that's why you see these yard signs out here. And I'm actually rather proud of them. As you know, in 2 weeks, Arlington will be having a general election in November, and since I live in the city of Upper Arlington, we have 4 vacancies that would be voted on and 7 candidates running for city council. And as I normally do, I investigate the candidates and the issues, and when I finally come upon the ones that I find worthy, I'm more than happy to endorse them and promote them, and I do so by putting them in my yard. These 3 gentlemen, for instance, are exceptionally strong in my view. All 3 of them represent the 3 things that I think are most important for Republican candidates. Like myself, I believe that Republicans ought to be about smaller, more efficient government. We all have to run our houses, and the government should have to the same way based on our income and our outgo. We can't exceed our outgo based on our income, and so that's fundamental. Second of all, we should be about less taxes. It's far better for our families to decide how to spend the money than for the government to confiscate it and spend it as however they see fit. Third, and most important of all, is to protect the Constitution, specifically the Bill of Rights. These 3 gentlemen hit all 3 of those categories, and I think the third is most important of all. This also brings me to a judgeship for Franklin County. As you will see, there are 9 judgeships that will be voted upon, but only 1 contested race, the race between Mark Hummer, an endorsed Democrat by the Democratic Committee of Franklin, and the GOP candidate, Rick Brown, who I've chosen here for the same reason I chose these 3 gentlemen. Rick Brown hits all the categories that are important to me as a Republican, and so therefore it was a real easy decision. But you know, it's not so easy apparently for some Democrats in Upper Arlington, specifically in Upper Arlington Ward 2, which, as I mentioned, I will be a candidate for Central Committee member. The current Central Committee member, and I've gone around and asked my friends and neighbors if they could name their Central Committee member. Out of 100 people, not 1 could do the deed. And as you are about to see, because I'm going to take you on a small journey into Upper Arlington Ward 2 to some prominent Republicans to see what kind of signage they have on their yards and who they're representing. So follow me and let's do something that I think you will find will be an eye-opening event. Thank you. All right, there it is. They kind of slow down, and you can make a left-hand turn if you want.
Want to get that side?
Yeah,
So we come around over to there. Whose house is this, George?
Deborah Pryce's house.
Deborah Pryce.
Our former Republican congresswoman,
Right,
retired.
I voted for her a lot of times. Yeah, I remember Deborah Pryce.
Yeah.
Good.
There you go.
Well, she's probably a good Republican, but what's that sign doing in her yard?
That's the question everybody wants to know.
I thought, isn't Hummer a Democrat?
Absolutely. Endorsed by the Franklin County Democratic Party. Thank you very much.
Okay, whose house is this, George?
This is my Central Committee member, a Republican Central Committee member, with a Democrat Hummer for Judge sign in her yard, Marcy McCree. Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Oh, it sure does.
And she's supposed to support Republican candidates. At least that's what Deborah Pryce's letter said 2 years ago, but apparently not. The line here is that next May, as we come into the election cycle, I would like to have your support for Central Committee